PBE. And just like Nocturne, that item that gave him a bunch of ability haste, or not a bunch of ability haste, a bunch of ultimate haste. That's what we got with Fiddlesticks now. Check out this item. So 80 ability power, 600 mana, 20 ability haste, and then the passive Scorn gives us 20 ultimate haste. And this bad boy is only 2,800. Compare that to Mythics on Live, they're 3,200. So you're going to get it sooner. The components give you ability haste. And what does that mean? That means more ultis for Fiddlesticks. Well, I don't know. I want the burst item. Shut up. Shut up. We want ability haste. We want more ultis. The more ultis you have, the more impact you have. Combo this with Ultimate Hunter that I'm not running. Combo that with Ultimate Hunter, and the ulti goes down to like 90 second and then like 70 second cooldown as you go into the mid game. So that's what this video is. I showcase that, as well as how Fiddlesticks looks with the rest of the item changes. Hextech Belt doesn't give magic pin anymore, things like that. And it's a classic PBE game that lasts 40 minutes and has a billion team fights. So yeah, it's a look into a little bit of this item, a little bit of the item on Fiddlesticks, and a little bit of the new jungle. So hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Bye-bye. At least I don't have to deal with ping if I'm playing Fiddlesticks. I'll press W. Now, I was looking at this item on the websites, but a lot of the websites don't give you actual stats, and this is even better than I thought. So, not only are we going to get ability haste early in the build, which means that we'll generally have more ultis. Nice. We'll generally have more ultis earlier, so that'll be our first ulti into our second. But not only do we get the ability haste from the item, we get the ulti haste as well. So on completion, we gain 40 haste for our ultimate. Now combine this with Ultimate Hunter as well. That's just a whole lot. That's a whole lot more than you can even get on live. We're missing out on some damage and some scaling like Leandri's damage and whatnot, but having those more ultis up, Christ, you're just bound to have more impact as Fiddlesticks. It just opens things up to you that previously were not available. Mr. Fiddlesticks. Why is my camera locked now? I swear. So with Fiddlesticks, nothing really changed on your side of the jungle with the new season. It's all going to be clear in your camps as per usual. But as you enter the river and how teamfights will play out will be much different. And you have a lot more to fight over early. Because Fiddlesticks is a skirmishing champion, whether you have ulti or not. That's why he was so weak. Levels basically pre-6 on live is because he doesn't have any good opportunities to skirmish in the early game without a mid laner or top laner making egregious mistakes. But now, in Season 14, you're going to have these objectives to fight over, such as the Void Grubs on the top side. So you can have a lot more impact early. And it's important that it's on the top side too, because it's so much harder to do anything in the bot lane as Fiddlesticks pre-6. Our champion's just outranged by everything that's ever existed. And, I mean, just like on live, it would require big mistakes by the enemy bot lane for us to even have something to pretend to do. Alrighty, finish that full clear. Let's go ahead and cross through mid, and then get back to our respawning raptors. You could have saved your abilities for mine. Now Rengar is 28 CS, that means that he's taken the topside scuttle. He is just wasting his time, nice. I have 30 CS, you do not. I have 32 CS, you do not. Attack the Malphite, I don't think I will. But it is 13 seconds on my damn golems. But that's a full health Malphite, I don't think I will. Until that wave has crashed, I'm not going. I'll be waiting for my golems. If you smite, then you'll deal more damage because the W's damage at the end is based on how low the enemy is. Alrighty, I could reset for my blue side camps, or try to run down Mr. Malphite. He used his Q, he has no mana. Let's try our best here. Q, E, W. Well, that was easy. Now Malphite has TP, so we'll just go ahead and reset. No reason to shove the wave out, because he could just hold the next one. Alrighty, and then we'll get our component items here. Fiendish Codex still giving us that 35 ability power. And this is kind of nice, I can choose some useful components. So previously with Lost Chapter I would have had to just buy a Sapphire Crystal, but instead I can buy the Glowing Mote, which gives me 5 ability haste. I mean, that's more W's technically. Better than having some mana on our second turn here as Fiddlesticks. Alrighty, let's clean up our blue side camps, and then after the blue side camps, it's time for an objective. We could also skip our camps and look for a gank here, but I don't have flash. Rengar does. He's also building AP. You know, that's a little scary. You're dying. You're too far forward. What's the deal? Well, no dragon for me, so instead I'll go to the top side and see if I can try to get the Void Grubs instead. Oh! Nice one. Rengar has 36 CS. It's pretty likely that he's done his red side camps. But hey, I don't even need that. I can just go to my Raptors and then get level 6. Hold up. I got it off the minion wave. Let's try to invade Mr. Rengar right here. Because he has his blue side camps coming up, has been bot side for so long. And if we find him, we'd probably definitely kill him. A little bit of this. Nice, there he is. Ulti. Smite, Q, moving, E, moving, W. That was easy. Little classic Fiddlesticks maneuver right there. I pressed R, baby! He never saw it coming. But I have more ability haste than I would usually have. Well, maybe that's a lie. 10 plus 5, so we have the 15 ability haste. We got 2 kills, so we have 2 stacks of the Ultimate Hunter, giving us more Ultimate CD. So our ulti is on a 1 minute and 30-second cooldown. That's not too bad. And Fiddlesticks just owns these Void Grubs because he can drain all of them. Champions that have AoE just do these better. Single target champions really suffer. So that will definitely come into play. Oh god, you just die. There we go. Again, the Void Grubs gives you Touch of Void. When you hit a turret, then it deals true damage over time. And when you get 5 stacks of Touch of Void, which come from each individual takedown of the Void Grubs, then whenever you hit a turret, you'll spawn those small minions that those guys spawn. And those will give you extra minions to hit the turret with. Anyways, our ulti is on cooldown, and we're going to look to full clear until that bad boy's back up. But on this sort of tempo, I can do I killed the bad guy, objective 1, 2, 3 camps, and my ulti's basically going to be up right then. That's a whole extra ulti on the turn that I just feel like I wouldn't have on live. And that's going to get even better once we get the item completed. Let's see if we can really utilize it here too. It sucks that Jax isn't in lane. This guy's not. That's just recall. It's a whole Malphite. Let's just cheese him in the lane. It's a PBE player, you know. Let's just wait for this wave's coming in one day. Hoop smoke, your days are numbered, okay? There's not this big bush in top lane to set up in nowadays either. Come on, poop smoke. Push that. Waiting for Mr. Jack. And he can just ult away. But that's someone else's problem. Q, auto, E, W. Nice, he dies so fast. I have pretty good damage too. This is all without Magic Pin, this is without Dark Seal, this is without Sork Pin Boots. Nice. Alrighty, we complete the item. Boots, Dark Seal, and a Control Ward. Boots will help us move into position and also move from camp to camp. And our ulti is on a 90-second cooldown now. So upon completing this, we get that Scorn passive, which is 20 ultimate haste. It's so good. I really like how they added that to certain items, because champions that are so reliant on the ultis, it just gives them an extra juice. In other champions, it's nice to have. So I feel like it's kind of balanced that way. I mean, we'll see with certain champions, but I like it. More ultis just equal more fun. It's hard to compete with, you know? What, are we going to spend another season like always clearing the jungle on Fiddlesticks? Let's just speed it up a little bit. Alrighty, guys. Ulti is in 44 seconds. Now, once we cast the next ulti, then we're really juiced. Because then its cooldown will be much lower than this one's was. But, okay, okay. Moving. Moving. Dodge. Q. Oh, he's so fast! Gragas proc Phase Rush, giving him the extra movement speed to... When I fear him, he just runs the other direction at Mach 5. Hi! E, W. Okay, anyways. Q. Auto, W. And there he goes. I want to dive this guy with my ulti. E. Smite. Oh, I wanted to flash that, but I didn't see the Gragas coming. For how big he is, you think I would see him. Amp Tome. Anyways, I right-clicked towards the guy, and he walked away, and that was a pretty good counterplay by him. Alrighty, back to the top side. Sucks that we didn't get a kill there, because we don't get Sorkpin boots. Flash out a Malphite. Ooh. A Zed pushing mid. Hello, have you talked to our Lord and Savior, Mr. Fiddlesticks? Aw. Sure. That's not ulti. The other part of this item is that whenever we ult an enemy champion, then it burns the ground beneath them, dealing 69 magic damage, nice, and reducing their magic resist by 8. So we can view it somewhat as an early game item. I'm not sure if that scales with our level or not. Start up the Void Grubs once again. Pull them together. They're dealing damage to me. I'm not used to them dealing damage, that's for sure. But then the second I use the W and heal, it doesn't really matter too much. And then when one dies, the other ones get the shield, so they're not actually going to die off that drain. And same with this one. This guy gets the shield. Moving. Smite. It should be probably just dead, actually. Flash. Let's do the golems here. We're lucky that Malphite didn't have ulti. Uh-oh. Okay. Rengar went on to Jax. Good. I can't believe it. Oh, that's so much damage. Well, still have my ulti, guys, but... And boy, I'd like to use it. So now that we got the 6 stacks of Touch of Void, that will spawn the funny minions whenever our allies or ourselves hit the turret. That's the thing with that buff. Everyone gets it. So it's more for your laners than it is for you. At least in the early game. How I see it for farming junglers is like it's a little something to do when there's nothing going on. Or as a reward for winning the play. And then it can also be a group activity, but just like all things top lane, my top laner always seems to be losing and I don't get to do the Void Grubs with them. Well, that's warded, so damn, look at this path we have to take. It's so far around. Just to get to the Scuttle Crab. Seems like the Scuttle Crab's bigger on the second respawn too, that's kind of cool. Now look at this ult range into mid lane, it's so much further than what it used to be. So it's so much less likely that I can just get this free kill mid here. Ay. I can probably find Rengar in his jungle if I had to guess though. Ulti. Q, moving. E, W. Nice. That's not bad damage. I wish it showed the damage. Nice, 123 burn damage dealt. That's not bad. It is similar to Leandri's, but that's okay. No jump out of Rengar here. Q. E. Well, I'm not really doing anything here. Run! Already, ulti's coming up. Our ulti's only on an 86-second cooldown. That's so good. It's so crazy how good that is. Sorkpin boots, and then we can choose to go extra burst or the Proto Belt. The Proto Belt helps us get on targets. Now, their team already commits on top of us, so I'm thinking that we go more damage here. We can sell this and get another amp tome. The more AP you have on Fiddlesticks too, the better. And these burst items like Storm Surge and Shadow Flame give you so much outrageous AP. 120 AP and 12 Magic Pin, or 100 ability power, 12 Magic Pin, 5% movement speed. Both of them giving you effectively more damage. So we can really add to the burst, or we can add a little bit of like nuisance to the enemy when they dive onto our team, such as building things like Rylai's. Personally, I'm just thinking the burst. Just one-shot these bad guys. I'm trying to think. HP and AP. The other options are like these Liandry's Riftmaker. Like, Liandry's gives you more ramping damage, but it's not exactly like useful for Fiddlesticks because all your damage happens at once. Alrighty, Malphite flashes in. Look at the distance, man. It's so hard to get an ulti mid lane nowadays. Oh, that sucks. Especially without Proto Belt. I don't know, man. Maybe just give me the Proto Belt. The Proto Belt no longer gives ulti. Q. E. Moving. W. Nice. Dude, Malphite just dies right there. I know he doesn't have magic resist, but dang. Alrighty, so it's past 14 minutes. This is when the Rift Herald spawns. There's only one Rift Herald now. Clean up all the camps here. Remember, our ulti's down, we keep clearing all the camps. But the Rift Herald's pretty much the same, but we only get one of them. So since we won that mid play, that means we get the Rift Herald. Help. I wonder where Rengar's going. He's just going to Dragon. That's a deal. Neither one of us has taken Dragon at 17 minutes. I wish Jax helped me do this too. Damn, this is taking me a long time. The Rift Herald's pretty tanky. Hurry up, dude. Okay. Let's reset. I'm honestly thinking Proto Belt. Man, the classic. 60 ability power, 300 HP, 15 ability haste, and dash in the target direction. It's pretty hard to beat that for Mr. Fiddlesticks. So, let's get the classic. We don't have to reinvent the wheel just yet. And then from here, I'll go my Mega Burst items. My, holy cow, one shot! We're level 11, that gives us more damage on the ulti. So now I'm looking to get in big flank positions, ult onto them, Proto Belt into the entire enemy team, and see what this item can do. See what the Hate Fog can do. It's already dealt 250 damage, but now as we enter the team fighting phase, that's where we're really talking. Okay, they probably know I'm here. Yeah, if she casts the E like that. Okay, so since we're spotted, we're not too useful, I'll be honest. Moving. Probably a ward right there, too. Alrighty, let's farm this wave. So much for a team fight if my ADC and support are dead. Now you had this area warded. Damn it. I was gonna ask, do you have this warded? They do. Well, I'm not gonna solo ult Malphite right now. So I guess we're back at it in this position, but now I have Proto Belt, allowing me to reach a little bit further into them. Please push up, thank you. Proto Belt, Q, moving, E, W. That is so much damage. I feel like I'm doing the massive burst without having to really burst. Like, I don't have the burst items yet. And it's still just so much damage onto them. It reduces their magic resist by... Okay. It reduces their magic resist, and that's based on level 2. So it goes from 6 to 12. Let's drop the Rift Herald here. And then just keep on pushing. 30 seconds on my ulti. Our ulti's on a 1-minute cooldown right now. That's so crazy. This is just like Nocturne all over again. I can't believe, like, how many ultis I'm allowed to have, basically. And if we had things like Transcendence, maybe that could get even lower. But probably not. Let's finish off the turret here. Proto Belt away. Q. E, W, smite. probably going down here, boys. I'm pretty tanky, damn. My ulti's up! Ulti! W! I didn't fear them. Huh? Okay, Google, why didn't I fear them? They probably saw me. Well, that's a lot of magic damage. God, I took 3,500 damage. I only have 2,000 HP. You got any weird magic resist options? Just the Banshee's Veil. We're in Season 14 and we still just have a Banshee's Veil. That's it? Okay. Anyways, AP and HP. We could get Rylai's, that's the same. These options suck. It really seems like the burst options are going to be the best. They're not building any magic resist yet, except for Malphite, so that's good. So yeah, let's just get a needlessly large rod. That's going to be our best item. Why? Just more AP. Our ulti has a 250% AP ratio. My ulti's back up. That's so crazy. And so far, this item's dealt 567 damage. But, to give this item some credit, the enemy is instantly dead before we can really use it. So it's kind of hard to get going. Malphite's pretty low. With the purple red buff and blue buff, whenever you kill it, everyone on your team gets the red buff. I like that. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Ulti. Proto Belt, Q. Moving. Smite. E. Nice, he flashes. Well, that's his ulti, that's his flash. His team's probably on Baron if I had to guess. No? What is this fight? What is this chase? Bomba. Okay. This is definitely warded then. Well, my ulti's up in 33. Of all the spots, surely this isn't worded, right? Alrighty, Gragas, will you hit the mid turret? Proto Belt. What's the deal, man? Leaving. Why would Milio auto it? I need to Proto Belt, break his spell shield. Q, E, W, call it a day. Well, my ulti's up. Oh, this is warded. They're playing around my ulti, like, well enough. Well enough for PBE. Let's go to the top side, I guess. Malphite, Malphite. You're real consistent. You don't care about my ulti, and I like that. Nice, good slow. E, moving. Smite. Oh, my Proto Belt's never coming up again. That's that. We killed someone. What? Maybe that's what I should build. So Shadow Flame gives you more burst, right? Hello. Shadow Flame gives us more burst. So it gives us 120 ability power, 12 magic pin, and Cinder Bloom. Magic damage and true damage critically strikes enemies below 350 or 35% HP, dealing 20% increased damage, which totally synergizes with Fiddlesticks kit. You get them low, your W is the execute, and this would make that damage crit, which I'm not even entirely sure what it means. It just seems like you would deal more. Ulti. Proto Belt. Q. E. Moving. W. I mean, he saw me right there. That's the PBE specialty. You get some freebies. But Storm Raider would give me more mobility. This one gives me 5% movement speed and dealing 35% of a champion's max health. Applies Squall, grants 25% movement speed. I think I'll go with the burst this time and see where we need to go from there. We could go this item, which is like a percentage magic pin. They're building magic resist now, so it's kind of inevitable. We can get this or Void Staff. But the new item, you heal around you whenever you kill someone. So that seems pretty good. Like we counter engage and then heal. Me and my allies get to heal. Alright, we got the Shadow Flame. That is a ton of AP for us. 120. And I can't wait to see this critical strike passive. Things are looking bad. My team's doing pretty bad. But if I get level 16, it's a real Fiddlesticks moment right here. I can ult the enemy and kill them all by myself. Because it will come a point where the enemy has to push down and end. And when that is the case, I'll be able to just ult right in. Bomba. Ulti. Protobelt. Q. E. Moving. W. Nice. That was enough. Cinder Bloom dealing 700 so far. We could try for Baron. It's pretty unlikely. We have a whole Malphite in our jungle. Oh, let's just walk right into this guy. 30 seconds on my ulti. Okay, this is fine. E, moving. Nice, no ulti onto me. Flash. Surprised my backline's dead. Guys, they spent the Nico ult on me. Amp Tome, and let's farm. Wait and get level 16. Hello. Ulti. Q. Protobelt. Moving. Smite. E. Moving. W. Nice. That took a lot, huh? That's a whole Malphite right there. He's not messing around. I didn't really see the critical strike part of Shadow Flame there, but that damage was good enough to kill an entire level 16 Malphite. That's not bad. Cinder Bloom reduces flat magic resist, so it's 11. It's just 11. Like, Malphite could have 900 magic resist, you know? So not having a percentage on that is pretty hard. Like, it very much makes this an early game item. And remember, the Protobelt no longer gives us magic pin either. So we're working with a lot of, like, flat AP. So until we complete this percentage magic pin with Blighted Jewel into either Crypt Bloom or Void Staff, then we're going to be lacking on a total execute onto even the tanky targets on the enemy team. Alrighty, if I can get these camps and they don't do Baron, then we might be in a good spot. Because I can get level 16, that will give me my 3rd point into my ulti. We'll really be rocking from there. Sortie, 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 bye-bye. Q. I might have a good ulti here. That minion needs to die. I mean, so far so good. It's so crazy to me too, like on PBE, nobody's playing for that Baron. They don't care at all. I'll be farming my camps. What the fuck is that damage? I know it's AP Rengar, but how weird. Okay, my bad. Blighted Jewel, 25 ability power and 13% magic pin. Still a pretty item. It's always going to be about the completion of this. So on completion, we would go to 30% magic pin. And on Void Staff, you go to 40% magic pin. So we get to choose less AP, more ability haste in this passive that would heal everyone, or just more damage for ourselves. Honestly, it sounds like Void Staff would be better for Fiddlesticks, because we simply have more damage and kill everyone. So let's sell Dark Seal, get a Blasting one. Is that even worth? Dark Seal is currently giving us 4. Okay, yeah, it's worth, but Void Staff is more expensive now too on the recipe cost. It goes all the way to 1,000, which makes sense. There's a lot more AP on it, but dang, that's going to delay the completion by a long time. We're already 29 minutes in, so suppose we have to choose items in the right order too. Let's get behind our team. We're looking for an ulti. Nice. Ulti. E, Q, moving. W. Oh, shit. Protobelt. Come back. Okay, I can't run him down, but that's good enough, man. That is so much damage. Crypto Bloom now has dealt 1,200 damage. The enemy won't be getting Dragon Soul this time. Hell yeah, game's delayed, baby. Alright, this is what we were looking for, the level 16. So now we have our ulti maxed. That increases the damage and reduces the cooldown. Our ulti is on a 40-second cooldown. That's so crazy. And deals way more damage. Way more damage. Look at this. Remember when I just ulted a second ago? Yeah, that bad boy's back up. It's time to party. I don't have to flank the enemy with just a couple Qs and Es. No, no, no. I could just drop the whole ulti. Q, E, Proto Belt, W. Okay, that's fine. Whoa, this guy died? Okay, ulti. Glad we saved it. W. And then Q, E, moving. Nice. Alrighty, that's Zed. That's not a big member at all. Why did I think he was strong? E. 29 seconds. You guys better be careful. I better be careful. Bomba. Outplayed. Void Staff. 2 control wards. That extra movement speed lets him get on, like, land that Q, I swear. It's not bad. Then he's just all AP right there. Maybe that's why I feel like I deal so much damage without the extra burst items. Because everyone on PBE just builds all damage. Look at Ringard, not a single HP item. Same with the Gragas. It's so strange. I'm sure that will even out on live, but on PBE it's like every single game. I wish it showed how much damage that the Shadow Flame has dealt. Alrighty, level 16, I'm juiced. I finally have the percentage magic pin too, so I'll really hit targets like the Zed. And the Malphite. The Malphite now has Abyssal Mask and Jack's Show completed. The Jack's Show now gives 50 magic resist and 50 armor. So, makes them significantly more tanky than on live. So we're waiting for the enemy to attack and looking for a good ulti. God, I wish I was down here sooner. Ulti! Photobelt, Flash, W! Oh, I got interrupted. Oh, these guys are gonna die. Maybe not. God, that guy's stun lasted forever. Oh, E! Nice. Spamming Q on the Zed Shadow. I guess I just go the extra AP item from here. There's no way you're actually trying that. What? My ulti's back up. My ulti's back up. Q. Well played. Well, I'm with my 2 weakest members right here. Let's try for a Baron, boys. Let's try for a Baron, boys. Just gonna move up and be in position for an ulti. Nice. Lucky they spent all the burst onto the Caitlyn. Oh. Alright, let's get out of here. So weird too. I wish that my team would play for Baron too. Nobody's playing for Baron. 8 seconds on my ulti. Should probably move up here, but it's hard to say. Definitely playing. It's weird playing around vision when. Q? Kinda smart of the Zed. We didn't land a single ability though. Though he still had his spell shield. Let's control word this and then reset. So yeah, we can go for Storm Surge. This gives us 100 ability power, 12 magic pin, 5% movement speed, and then dealing damage gives us extra movement speed, as well as dealing extra damage to them. And since we built the Void Staff, we won't be able to build the Crypt Balloon. We can't stack percentage magic pin. That makes sense. Come on, start a team fight. I dare ya. Let me get a big shebang of an ulti. I dare ya, I dare ya. They see where we are right now, so I wouldn't have a fear on my ulti anyways. And I don't want to be on top of my team. So I'll relocate all the way over here. Rengar's in this bush, so that makes things awkward for me. Q. E. W. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Proto Belt away. Malphite's gonna take a lot of damage. Ulti back in. E. W. I took too much damage. It's like all magic damage too. It's absolutely all magic damage. Fine. Banshee's Veil coming in. Verdant Barrier is so expensive. Look at this. 1800. 40 ability power, 30 magic resist. And it gives you the spell shield right there. That's crazy. So we don't even have to complete the whole Banshee's Veil to get the spell shield. Interesting. And then the full item isn't too bad. For Fiddlesticks, 120 ability power, 50 magic resist, and then a 30-second cooldown on the spell shield. On Verdant Barrier, it's a 60-second cooldown. That's really good. That's really good for Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks really likes high AP items in the late game. And nice. And this would be an option, whereas on live you just kind of sit on a Banshee's Veil. You don't feel too good about it because it doesn't give you meaningful damage. And you get your magic resist and your spell shield so you don't get one shot. And that's that, but this is way more functional. And it's way more functional just off of this. Having the spell shield right there, that's very interesting. Because you could give up completing an item to have this as a component, and that could be very impactful in a lot of matchups. Twisted Fate is one of the matchups that come to mind. Whenever he ultis, he'll see you. But if you have a spell shield, he won't see you. This guy needs to be careful. Ward on Baron, and we need to group up, man. If you ever push a side lane as an ADC, like, come on, man. Grow up. Ulti. Q, Proto Belt. E, W. I didn't deal enough damage. W. E. Nice. Q, W. I'm dead. Spell shield, magic resist, that won't save me from that combo. Oh, it's so much CC. So far, 2,200 damage dealt. This item's kind of fallen off. It's definitely an early game item though. With the 20 ability haste, it says I'm gonna get more ultis, and that's gonna like make the difference. If I had something that had more damage, then it would probably be better. Storm Surge, for example. I mean, I could always sell the item at this point. So we'd have less ulti haste. But I can't afford anything. This item's not very useful, is it? Summoner Spell Haste. That's not good. There's Cosmic Drive, which gives us a lot of ability haste, too. And movement speed. Not that useful, though. Alrighty. And for the 4,000th time, let's run it down mid and fight, baby! Public beta environment. Let's test the build. This shit, like, legit gets so boring for me. One thing I'm noticing, though, it's harder to find these late game ults because these lanes are so wide. Who made them so big? That's where it's really tricky. For Mr. Fiddlesticks, holy sh... Like, to find an ulti? Ulti, Proto Belt. Close. Already 30 seconds on this bad boy, no problem. At least, maybe that's the thing. Wider lane, harder to do, but you get more attempts. 30 seconds on the ulti is pretty good. Moving, E. Oh. Run! Run! My team comp sucks, man. Run! We can do it, though. It doesn't matter. We can win with a worse team comp. Bomba! Please dive into my team right here, please. Close. Come on, Caitlyn doesn't have E. Get on her. Nice. Good. Gotcha. Well, they see me right here, but that's fine. Ulti. Proto Belt. Moving. E. I should be okay. Q. E. W. Close. Come on, take out Poop Smoke right here. Flash E. Okay, let's do a Baron, guys. 40 minutes in, it's time to turn this one around. I'm a trucker, I truck 700 hours a day. What? They're still pushing? Come on. Nice, Rengar's dead. I've done what no team could do before. Win a fight and take Baron. Banshee's Veil, let's do a Elixir of Sorcery. That's 50 ability power. They need to buff this. I'm gonna go Elixir of Iron. This gives me 300 HP and some tenacity. That's gonna be a whole lot more useful than 50 ability power. I already have 120. They're literally gonna have to rework that blue pot. It's not that good. Like the hyper late game that we're at here, with the new items, blue pot just kind of pales in comparison to the Iron Elixir. Hello. Q. E. W. Nice. Big man down. Let's keep pushing. Alrighty, with Baron, you want to push the lane with Baron buff because you have Baron buff. They forfeit? GG. I'll take it. Not even mad at this point. Got a lot of chances to test that item. I really like the aspect in which it gives you more ultis earlier. I think that's cool, and I think that it just makes the game more interesting. Because you get to do more. Like, just farming on Fiddlesticks is cool and all, but with that, you get to choose more ultis. I bet you could even build in such a way that you could choose more skirmishes, maybe. If you built the Proto Belt first, for example. That would allow you to be functional, even without the ulti. So I think that's interesting. Where they take away percentage damage, though, it makes Fiddlesticks more balanced, too. On live, for example, you build Liandry's. So, Liandry's, lol. This bad boy gives you the ability haste, the damage, and the passive. So the passive is dealing abilities burns the enemy, causing them to take damage based on their max health and total magic damage. And you also get percentage magic damage increase against targets. So that makes it where you can deal damage to bruisers. And all targets, but mostly so that you can still compete into bruisers that build HP and then have natural scaling. So they get their HP, armor, and MR through levels. But with this item, you don't get that. You get damaging a champion, burns them, and reduces their magic resist. So during that instance of the ulti, you deal extra damage to them, which is good. That's going to help you get more damage on them. The lower the enemy is, the more damage your W is going to deal. As well as the lower they are, you probably win the fight. Reducing their magic resist for you helps, but it also helps your team. That part's good. And the components that build into it, Fiendish Codex and Lost Chapter, you're going to be matching what the Liandry's build path was, but it's a little cheaper, 2,800 gold versus 3,200 gold. So again, I very much view it as an early game item. And then you have to choose your path from there. If you go into that Proto Belt, maybe you enter a Power Trough, X-Tech Proto Belt. because it doesn't give you magic pin anymore. It just gives you AP, HP, and ability haste, as well as the dash. So you're really buying the dash. Whereas these other items like Shadow Flame, that's where you get some juice. You get a lot of AP, 120 AP, and then extra magic pin and dealing more damage to them. Same with that Storm Surge item. And then same with like any of the percentage magic pin items like Void Staff or the Crypt Bloom. Because if you don't have that percentage magic pin come mid-game, then you're going to stop dealing damage to targets with like any MR at all. Whereas with the Liandry's, that's not necessarily as true. So that's interesting. The main part of just having more ultis early though, comboed with Ultimate Hunter, that part's so beast. I think that would compensate in a winning game state that isn't a PBE game, where you can just keep pressing into the enemy, blasting ultis at them, and if one of them lands, 1 out of 3, then you progress the game state probably. So I like that. Where the whole build goes, who knows, but yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.